One of our American customers, represented in top 10 world's largest information technology companies, was migrating their Oracle database to SQL Server. Despite migrating a major part of the database using the SQL Server Migration Assistant, or SSMA, the customer encountered serious problems with some of his database schemas that included hierarchical queries. We came up with a solution that allowed for completing database migration in the shortest period of time before the customer's Oracle license expired. Watch this video to learn more about the technical approach to the conversion of hierarchical queries. First of all, let's see how the Oracle's hierarchical queries work. On the first tab, Oracle selects the root rows that satisfy the start with condition. On the second step, Oracle selects the child rows that satisfy the connect by condition for every root row. After that, Oracle continues to select the child rows for all previously selected child rows. This is how Oracle builds the hierarchical tree. Keep in mind that one of the children's rows can point to one of its parent row or of itself as a children row. In this case, we may run into an endless loop. The issue depends on customers' data. To prevent it, we may use the no-cycle parameter in Oracle or normalize the data. Unfortunately, the SQL Server doesn't provide that functionality, so we need to check every time whether the child element points to one of his parents or not. The customer's schemas contain over 400 hierarchical queries. Some of them consisted of hundreds of code lines. When the customer tried to convert his schema using the SSMA, the application returned an error, unable to convert. This straightforward manual conversion would require a lot of effort to understand the business logic standing behind every query. This would have resulted in code that would have been very difficult to understand. So, we needed to create an alternative conversion solution. We developed an algorithm capable of discovering the endless loops. We inserted the solution into a procedure and ran it recurrently every time the converted query was executed. As we already mentioned, the endless loop may occur depending on customer's data. That means we need to run the loop detection procedure every time the query is executed. Moreover, the query should be able to interpret the results returned by this procedure. Thus, we managed to keep the functionality of the original customer solution in the new database environment. After completing the conversion, we leveraged the Database Compare Suite tool, helping the customer to migrate the data. As a result, our customer received the following benefits: successful completion of the database migration project, including the schemas with hierarchical queries. Despite fighting tight deadlines, we delivered the project on time before the customer's expensive Oracle license expired. Now the customer finally could take full advantage of the Microsoft SQL Server database platform. In addition, we've developed a ready-to-use methodology of converting the Oracle's hierarchical queries. Thanks for watching this video. Reach out to our blog for more information.